Hello and welcome to my monthly period. This is a series where we create a period piece using secondhand textiles and creative reuse supply. You're in luck. You get to experience my first period. A period piece is a work of art that evokes a certain time in history. Considering climate change and considering how much textiles are a cause of climate change, I can't think of a better time than right now to make things that say, fuck you, you fucking fascist fucks. Today, let's make a Narcan holder. What is Narcan, you ask? Is an anti-narcotic you can administer to people in the middle of an overdose to stop them from dying. What? That's the greatest thing ever. I know. That's why we're making a holder for it. Narcan is the brand name for naloxone. We're going to share some links below so you know how to administer Narcan and you know a little bit more about it. Truth be told, I've never actually administered Narcan myself. However, I have experienced a situation with my husband, who is the one who is going to be making today's period piece. I don't recall the year, but it was in the last 5 years that my husband and I had been driving in a parking lot in an area that wasn't very well populated and just randomly saw somebody laying on the ground. And it was the oddest experience ever. The person's skin was very grayish looking, and you didn't really see any movement. And so we weren't really sure what to do. So we did immediately call 911. And of course, when the paramedics arrived, they did administer the Narcan and they were able to immediately save his life. And knowing that if we didn't call, that person could have died, it's hard to erase that thought ever. When I first started Nacho Ann's, one of the very first times I had experienced being a vendor, having a booth at a market, I was asked by a mutual aid group called Breakthrough at the Lit Lab, and they asked if I would like to take part in their mutual aid market. And this was the first time that I had even been to a market like this before. I had heard of mutual aid groups, but I had not really understood the full value of what they do. One of the things that I received there was free Narcan. And I ended up asking for two so that way I could give one to my husband. And we have held on to them. And we have always talked about making a holder for it. So that way it stays protected when it's in a bag. And it's also discreet if you're the kind of person that doesn't like people nosying up into your business, asking you why you're holding on to Narcan. This is why we decided that we were going to start with this first, because this is one thing that's been on our mind a lot. Without further ado, my husband, by the name of Jason, who is also not your husband, allow him to take you through this tutorial of how to make a Narcan holder for your own bag.
Here's what it looks like, my little demonstration of how it works. I've tried this 3 times and I've gotten the sizes wrong. I think I got it right here. Let's go. I like to put little marks on these pens so I can turn this sucker inside and out, and that's where I'm going to put my stitches. Doing a little stitch, don't forget your back stitch, and go around the block. Don't forget to stop where the little markers are because you will not be able to turn it at that point. And then when you get to the end, you will see I do the back stitch. So many times I haven't, but you need that, or else your seams will rip open when you try to turn it inside and out. Clip the corners, or else it's going to look funky and ugly on when you go ahead and turn it over. And now I'm going ahead and flip it over here, just turning it inside out, makes it look beautiful and wonderful. I like to use my scissors to push out the corners and make them nice and tight and sharp. Some people think I'm crazy. I don't care. I'm a new sewist. Give it a little ironing, and now I'm just kind of showing you that I need to close out this part where we turned it. So I'm going to put a little top stitch. Top stitch always makes it look really nice. I don't usually back stitch on the top stitch. Somebody's probably going to tell me I'm wrong, but I don't care. I'm a new sewist. Top stitch looks great. Now I'm just kind of measuring it out to make sure everything fits. I think I got it right this time. I know I got it right. Who am I fooling? I like to use Velcro because I'm a new sewist. I don't have time to deal with zippers yet. Velcro was a little tricky. I didn't realize that I had a bent needle when I was doing this, and I was breaking thread left and right, and this machine sounds clunky. You can't hear it. We're taking the sound out. Maybe. Make sure everything's lined up, close it up, and now I'm gonna just put stitches on the sides. I think at one point I might forget to put my top stitch. No, or my back stitch, excuse me. I'm a new sewist. Just seal up the edges there. Back stitch, look at me. I remember that time. Back stitch. Back stitch makes it better. And opened up, looks great. Fit my Narcan in there. And now I seal it. It's nice and discreet in my purse. Thank you.